What's going on, everybody? It's Garnet Walters here. I hope that you're having a great day, and I hope that you are safe. If you watch my last video, I was talking about creating patches that match a genre, style, or era of music, depending on what you want to learn or what you have to do for the gig. I'm gonna go deeper into that, where I'm gonna just walk you through the pianos that I have in my library. And you know what? While I'm even on that note, not only do I play music live and stuff, like I also arrange and I produce as well. So I'm always going to be collecting, great sound libraries and stuff. And a friend of mine, Aaron Daniels, he came out with an awesome guitar plugin called Midi Ambient Guitars Volume 1. I love this plugin because it sounds like the real thing. Like you can tell, like it's not fake. It has all the nuances of a guitar. You're not trying to arpeggiate everything. The samples sound really, really clean. I'll play an example really quickly. Yeah, so that's the actual plugin, man. Like it sounds great. I've used it on a couple of tunes already, and the people who I created the music for, they're asking like who's on guitar, and I'm telling them like, hey man, it's not a guitar. I'm really using a plugin. So you should go to the website. His website is going to be in the description, and if you purchase the plugin, there's going to be a 20% discount. I'm going to put the code on the screen and in the description. So you put the code in and you get a 20% off of the original price. So support some awesome developers, support some musicians who are creating libraries and being innovative, musically and stuff. Again, I love it. It sounds great. It's very authentic. I'm really big on authenticity when it comes to instruments, and yeah, it's definitely worth the investment. So I just loaded up some pianos here. I didn't go in any particular order. I just went with what I remembered that I have. So the first piano that I have here is the Keyscape LA Custom C7, and this is what it sounds like. I like this plugin because to me, it has that authenticity to it. Um, I like that it catches all the nuances. It has a lot of warmth, and you have different pianos that you can choose from. In Keyscape, I'm gonna pull some up here really quickly. I'll also say this: um, if you have the money to get the actual programs, do that. It's not worth it to get any, cracked programs. I mean, I know that sometimes you want to be able to create stuff and you don't have the money for it and the opportunity is there. Like, I've been in that situation before, but I had to get out of that, and save money to, you know, legitimately get the programs and stuff. That way you're protecting your investment, your computer, you don't want anything to go wrong. And on top of that, you'll be surprised how much the upgrades will cost. Like it'll be relatively cheaper. So, it's just best that you just put your money aside, you know, just work however you can, put as much money as you can aside and, get the programs legitimately. So with that being said, So I pulled up here, Keyscape. So that was just the grand piano. You have different, type of styles and feels, and like this is the rock. So it has more of a brighter sound. Right. So that's like the rock has more of an attack too. Cinematic. I like this one because as it's dark and it just brings about like emotions and stuff. And I could go down the list, but I have some other pianos that I have to get to as well. Let me hear Dark Score. Let's hear that one. Yeah, so this is a really cool plugin. They also have like upright pianos and things like that too. But yeah, I like the Keyscape plugin just because it has a wide range of pianos and sounds and stuff. And again, it's authentic and it captures all the little nuances that pianos have. I also like that you can change the action and velocity on it as well. All right, so the second piano I have here is the Ravenscroft 275 from UVI. Now, this was one of the first plugins that I got, and I checked it out because Ruslan Sirota was playing on it at NAMM several years ago. I saw a YouTube clip of it, and I was just like, man, once I heard him playing it, I'm like, I need it, you know? And this is what it sounds like. So what I like about this piano is that I feel like when I'm playing on this plugin, I feel invested when I'm playing it. So like when I want to get a nice strong sound out of it, like I feel like my whole body is involved, you know? Like if I want to play something soft, again my body's in tune with it. I like the fact that it could be is a very sensitive plugin because whatever you play, that's what's going to come out of it. You know, um, so its dynamic range is really cool as well. Now it can sound a little thin, like it's not as as robust as uh the Keyscape LA Custom C7, but I get the attack in the feel that I like, you know. I often forget when I'm playing on this that I'm playing on a MIDI controller. That's the other thing too. Like I'm playing on a MIDI controller, but when I play this plugin, I feel like I'm playing a piano because of how it responds. Okay, so the next piano that I have on the list is another favorite of mine. Is Piano in Blue by Cinesample. This was another uh piano plugin that I really like. I went on the Cinesample's website, and when I first heard it, I was like, wow, man. It's first of all, it sounds like a real piano, number one, because it got the warmth and all those nuances and stuff. Um, and I also like its dynamic range, but I like the fact that um, when I play it on my MIDI controller, I feel like I'm playing on a piano I practiced on as a child. So it brought back some childhood memories for me. Um, so this is what it sounds like. Yeah, so I feel like I'm playing on a real piano. Again, my like I feel like my whole body is invested into, and when I really want to dig in, yeah. So it really makes me want to play, you know. So I love the Piano in Blue plugin just because of those reasons. Now the next piano that I have here is the Piano Tech plugin. Now I don't use this one as much, but I like it because it's not a killer on your RAM. Like my computer is pretty uh, hooked up. I have a lot of RAM and stuff, but for those computers that don't have a lot of RAM, maybe like 8 gigs to 16 gigs, or we'll say 8 gigs. We'll keep it at that. It doesn't kill your computer. And the integrity of the sound is there. Like you get the like you get all those rich sounds and stuff. Now the attack can sound a little bit weird. I understand that, but the feel is still there. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think I have the regular version. Now there's a version where you can move the mics around and stuff and catch different parts of the piano. I don't think I have that version on here, but like it still feels nice to me. It doesn't sound like a cheap plugin. Like I can feel like, yes, I am playing the piano and it's responding the way that I want it to respond. But for the fact that it doesn't kill my computer, in terms of RAM and all that stuff, it's pretty cool to have. Now it can sound a little thin though, but you can just use some EQs and stuff and take care of all of that. But for the most part, it's definitely a good plugin to have. All right, so the next piano that I have in my library is the Maverick, and that's by Native Instruments. I like this one because it reminds me of a piano that I used to play on, on several occasions, in different churches. They have this one old beat up piano. It still sounds great, but there's like, it just has like this character to it, because every piano that you play, they don't sound the same. Like different pianos have different temperaments and stuff, and this piano, I like it because it just has like this rawness to it. Yeah, so it has like this old grandma's kind of piano, it's just been tucked away in the corner and is played every now and again, and it hasn't really been tuned, like every week, but it still sounds good, you know. So I like this piano, and I would use this if I ever needed this kind of feel. Um, because keep in mind, you can't use one piano. You can't necessarily use one piano for every kind of thing that you're working on, because sometimes you want to create a mood, and sometimes a different piano will create a different mood. So I like this piano just because it has that old grandma feel and it has like that rawness to it, like a old upright. And it also has great dynamic range as well. All right, so the next piano I have on the list is called the Grandeur, and that's also from Native Instruments. I like this piano because I guess off rip it reminds me of a concert piano. Yeah, that's the first thing that comes to mind when I first heard this plugin. It has great dynamic range. It's another one of those pianos where I feel like when I'm playing it, that I'm fully invested in it. Now, when I say that, and I know I said that for some other pianos, I'm not saying that that's what makes one better. I'm just saying this what it makes me feel like. So, if I were to work on a tune that needed classical piano, I might go to this one just because it has that feeling, right? It has that feeling. So that's one thing to keep in mind, that sometimes it's not necessarily the sound. Like the sound is important, yes, but sometimes it's the emotion and the feeling that comes with it, you know? So like I wouldn't use a classical piece. I wouldn't use the Maverick to play classical piano because that's not the feeling that I want to, portray when I'm creating something or if I'm working on something for someone. Now, the next piano that I have in my library is the Nord piano. And when I started playing this one, I found that it was very bright, which is cool. Yeah, so it has a very bright sound. And I know there's some other pianos in there. I think there's like two more pianos. If I open the plug-in here, let's see, go to piano. Yeah, so there are two other pianos. So I think there's one that's a little bit darker. So that's the darker piano. And then I think there's an upright too, I think. Now, again, I like the character of these, but for the most part, they sound very, very bright. And I know that if there's a piano that I need to have a bright sound or cut through, or again, to create some type of vibe or whatever, I would use the Nord plugin. I don't remember where it was sold, but I'm sure if you go on Google, you'll find, you know, you'll find the website where you can where it's sold. 'Cause it's been a while since I had it. And finally, we have the grand piano, the stock grand piano in Native Instruments, and it's in the orchestral section. So this is one of those pianos where you hear, yeah, don't sleep on these stock sounds, man, because these stock sounds sound pretty good. Um, Again, it catches the essence of being a concert piano. You know, right? It has that attack and that feel to it, so that's what makes it a concert grand. So, especially that high end. Now, I like the low end. The low end has power to it, but some of the other pianos that I played before have more of a low end presence. I think the Ravenscroft has more of a bite to it. It has more power and grit to it. But the stock piano, it still sounds good. And again, this stock grand piano, it doesn't kill the RAM either. It's very light on the computer. That's if you play it without effects and stuff. But you know, it's really, really light on the computer, and that's important, especially when you're performing, because the last thing you want is your computer to overload, and then you have to restart the program and stuff, or the program crashes. So uh, also, so look into the grand piano, the concert grand piano in Native Instruments. So this is a part of my piano library. There's some more that I have, but I didn't want the video to be too long. So these are the ones that first popped up into my mind. In the comment section, let me know what your favorite piano plugin is from this list, or if you have one that I should know about, because I love collecting sounds. I love collecting sound libraries and pianos and Rhodes and synths and all that kind of stuff. I love that. So Yeah, type in the comment section what your favorite piano is out of all of these pianos I have, or pianos that you suggest for me to check out. And if you want me to continue the series and go into like different keyboards like Rhodes or Whirlies or synths or whatever, again, let me know in the comments so I can just show you what I have. Also, the info for the ambient guitars, the Midi guitars by Aaron Daniels is going to be in the description, and the code is going to be in the description as well. So, you know, when you go to the website and you purchase it, make sure that you put that code in there so you can get the discount, 20% discount. Thank you so much for checking out this video. And if you have subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing. And if you haven't, please press the subscribe button and click on the notifications so you know whenever I put out a new video. Thank you so much again for watching, and have a great day. Peace.